Yo, yo, yo. Morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? Okay. So, let's see what we got. See what we got. So, SPY down 0.3%, Q's down 0.6%. Looking weak again. We have Apple and Amazon earnings. After close, PayPal was yesterday down 8.7%. Shop was yesterday down 3.8%. Everything's weak. Everything is weak. So Apple aftermarket, Amazon aftermarket. So we have a ton of names today. A ton of big names today. SPY is looking weak, right? We had that huge sell-off yesterday, broke that support, broke through. Now we have this next previous support here that should act as a potential support. If not, we're going to break down to 447.5. So we'll see. If this rejects, we can look for puts still. Everything looks pretty weak. Everything looks pretty weak. Qs. We have this previous resistance here from June 16th. And we're opening below that. And we also have this gap to fill to the downside. So we can definitely look for puts there. This I could change to something like that. Let me remove these trend lines up here. Clean this chart up a bit. We kind of had this wedge here on a smaller time frame. Higher low, lower high. But we're opening below that, so. Morning, everyone. So we could definitely look for puts if this continues to show weakness, which everything is pretty much showing weakness. Okay. NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA looks the best today. Just a clean overall setup. Previous resistance acted as resistance, acted as support, and it kind of bounced here yesterday. If it can reject there again, I think it will break through that low, and then we also have this gap to fill to the downside. So NVIDIA, I'm going to be keeping an eye on. I think that's my my top setup here. Just clean overall chart, right? If we go to a little bit of a higher time frame, we could see it bounced, broke through, and we're just below that. So it looks pretty weak. So I'll keep an eye on that. AMD, right? We have this previous support, bounced again yesterday. We're sitting at these lows. So, we've been seeing lower and lower highs and a flat bottom here. So, this could definitely push down and see some downside here if that breaks. Meta looks pretty decent today, right? We have this support, and we have a big gap to fill to the downside. I know everyone loves their gaps, so we could definitely watch Meta. Set my alert. And we could definitely watch that. Amazon, too much chop here, honestly. We do have this previous support, higher and higher lows, but it's too choppy for me. There's not really a clear setup there. Could look to go potentially long there over that high for a push and a gap fill, but I think there's better setups available. I'll set my alert just in case. PayPal is down 8%. Not looking at that. Here's a Microsoft chart, right? We were in this solid consolidation. Was looking for a move off that support, or actually this support, but broke down. Now we're breaking down again. We have a next support at around 322.5. So it looks pretty solid, but needs more time, I think. Google, we got another gap also, right? Previous resistance, hovered over it yesterday, and now we have this gap to fill to the downside. So puts again could definitely pay big, just like yesterday. Apple also. I mean, everything looks pretty weak, guys. Everything looks pretty weak. Right, we had this trend line to the upside, broke down, consolidated below it, kind of creating this little bear flag here. Now we're opening down 0.4%, but we do have earnings. So same with Amazon. I'll set an alert and we'll see. Tesla doesn't really look like anything. Tesla's really got pretty much nothing today. Coin, nothing. Netflix. Huh. Next big support below is this 411.50, right? Previous resistance, support, where we saw, that original move off of. But nothing really. I don't really like anything like too much. Square. Shop's down 3.5%. All right, we got this previous support. We're opening below that too. Markets needed to cool off a bit, so this drop is definitely solid. Allowed premiums to drop a bit. So it's definitely solid. Drops are needed. That was up 1.7%, but the setup just doesn't look like anything special. Not looking at. So that's really it. I mean, just not really a fan of really much here, which is fine. It doesn't need to be a setup every day. Day trading is not everyday trading, so. Stop, see? So if I had to, I would lean towards puts, but we'll see. Just play level to level. Qs looks better than SPY to me. Could definitely look at Qs. Dash. All these names are put in bear flags. All right, we have the flag, and then we have this consolidation, it looks like. Yeah, if the treasuries spike, that one wouldn't be good. We do have this little pattern here on Dash, and that could definitely break. Right, if that breaks, it looks like it might trigger some upside. 86.25 or so. Kind of lines up with everything. Walmart. Where are we pre-market? Is it? Yeah, it doesn't show, I guess. Hasn't really moved, I guess. Interesting. It's been going straight sideways. Has this previous resistance. Kind of holding, but there's really nothing special there. Really nothing special there. You liking the YouTube shorts? I appreciate it. I've been trying to create something different, a little more catching to the eye. AI is forming a huge wedge. Let's see. Yeah, so it's just keeps extending. Yeah, if that breaks, could definitely play a short, but got the voice for it. Hey, I appreciate it. So I think top setup now that we've gone through all my normal tickers is QQQ. QQQ and NVIDIA look the exact same. Right? I don't know if you guys realized. All right, it looks the exact same. So we'll watch QQQ and NVIDIA. Meta we'll watch for a break of this double bottom and a gap fill. Amazon is earning, so it's going to be expensive. Google we could watch, right, for a break and a gap fill to the downside. Best risk to reward there. And that's really it. Square we can maybe watch. What's up, Andre? I mean, shop looks pretty fine. If it can break this, you can see some continued downside. But I'd rather trade these other ones. NVIDIA, SPY, and QQQ. That's what I would rather play. Let's play some more exciting music. There we go. So that's really it, guys. QQQ I'm watching, seeing if it can reject this previous resistance. Right, acted as a support yesterday. Everything looks pretty weak again. All right, everything's obviously red, so let's just play this trend. And let's see if we can get a big sell-off again. What questions does everyone have? How do I calculate risk to reward? You can either use the tool, right, long and short position, or just base it off your eyes, right? The stop loss zone has to be smaller than the take profit zone. So, right, if we were to go, let's say, for example, long here at open, oh, that's a short tool. Actually, let's do the short position, right? If we were to go to short here, right, and this was our target. Let's put it here because this would be the target, right? Previous resistance, kind of have this gap to fill down to the downside, and the stop loss should be just this level above. So this is a 3-to-1, right? Stop loss is smaller than the final price target. What's the plan if we go green? If SPY pushes through this 439.9, let's just say 440 flat, there's just like not really a good setup. It wouldn't be worth it to me to go long there, right? And that's fine. I don't need to take a trade every day. Yeah, you can just use that tool. I don't know what this is. Let's see what this is. I don't know. I don't know what that is. So that's really what I'm looking at here. Right, here's the same with Meta. Right, if we were to go short at open, price targets the gap fill, and stop loss is going to be, you know, somewhere like that, about a 3-to-1. That would be the setup there. Could even, if you draw it up here, then it becomes like a 1.6. Okay. Google. Right, if we enter it here, and let's say we set the stop loss around there, price targets around there, that's a 4.2-to-1. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing in my head every single time I make these charts. That is what I see. This also kind of lines up pretty well. Meta from the lows. Look at this little wedge. So we can watch Meta. Does this line up too? It kind of lines up also. So we could definitely watch puts there on Meta. I think I like QQQ better though. I think I like the Qs better. So if I was to take a strike on Qs, I would look for, let me see, let me pull my option chain. Qs, they're 372 at open. 372. So probably either the 372s or the 370s. That's what I'll look at. Just this tool right here, long and short position. I could make a video on all the tools I use for TradingView. If that would be helpful, just let me know. Yeah, if everyone can drop a like, that'd be solid. So I can make a video if you guys want of everything I use. Whoops. Could make one on Webull too. How to use Webull. Alright, looks like I can do that then. I can make that this weekend. I guess I could record it from my phone. The Webull one. The Webull one I could record from my phone. Because I don't even use it on the computer, I just do it on my phone, so. Alright, so that's the plan. Watching the video, Meta, and Google at open, and Qs.
Okay. Any questions before I head out and set up the Zoom and get ready to get in these trades? Yeah, Tesla I did. There's just really no setup there. Doesn't really look. Needs more time to create a setup. How do I recommend handling a stock that is in uncharted territory? It's tough. You can use fibs. You can just play the trend. It's still below that 47.7, but I wouldn't really want to play options on it. I'd rather play stock, buy some commons. That way you don't really have to deal with the time. Lifetime membership. Yeah, the new one is going to include the real estate stuff for sure. I'm working on that package. Working on something that will it's going to be called the retirement package. I'm going to have it 3 spots available. I'm pretty much going to one-on-one handhold you how to evaluate properties, how to find cash flowing properties, walk you through my exact strategy on analyzing properties, how I find properties on Zoom, and show you how to buy seller finance deals with as little as $2,500 down. And I'll also help you negotiate with the agents and the sellers. But I'm gonna have to limit it to like 3 people because it's gonna take a lot of my time. So, appreciate you asking that question, Diane. With that being said, I'm going to hop out of here, get ready for the Zoom session. And I will see you guys on the Zoom. Can you make payments on that package? No, unfortunately not. Okay. Appreciate all you stopping by. If anyone has any questions about anything, send me a DM. What am I listening to? It's my Spotify playlist.